First of all, how do you guys feel now that the movie is close to being out there?
Um, yeah, excited, nervous. I don't know. It feels like it's been so long since we shot it.
It
Um,
has, yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah, I'm ready for it to finally be out there. Yeah.
yeah, feels good. Feels ready. Because it has been a second. So like it
Yeah.
it feels like the right time.
Have you been able to see it again recently since you finished wrapping?
I saw it yesterday for the first time, and it was really fun. It was a really, really fun watch. But it was also crazy because didn't see a lot of the stuff that was being shot except for the parts that I was in. So it was really
Mhm.
cool all together and actually see the beginning. Still really weird watching myself though. I was like laughing at totally inappropriate moments.
I haven't seen it yet, and I'm kind of wondering if I should wait to maybe see it
Yeah,
like
see it
in the
in
theater.
theaters. See it in theater. I watched like a blurry version and it was like, it's all right.
Yeah, I feel like this is like a theater movie, and I
It
should.
really is. I was watching it at home and I was like, I need like the surround sound. I need the big screen. And I'm sure a lot of people are going to enjoy that aspect of it. Yeah, we just need to go back to the movies. But
Yeah.
the thing that jumped out to me the most watching it was the dynamic amongst the group. Having to play friends in a tight-knit group can sometimes feel daunting, but you all made it look so effortless. I was wondering what was it like getting to know each other and building that rapport and history for the characters, but also for yourselves.
Uh,
Yeah.
take it away, Blue.
It it like I mean it felt really easy with this group, and I was personally very scared because we were in New Mexico in a place where there was not a lot around us. None of us really had any people that we knew nearby, so it really felt isolated, and it was kind of like a I really hope I get along with these people. And like I think from the get it felt really good and easy, and we just had like the best group. Like I'm so grateful that all of us were cast together because everyone was just so funny and like chill and nice, and we played games and got lunch and dinner and helped each other with self tapes, and it just was fun.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much exactly what he said.
Yeah, there's really no bonding experience like helping each other with the self-tape.
Yeah,
Yeah.
real.
You really get to know someone from doing that.
Yeah.
But also, the film does navigate a lot of heavy moments that can cause distress, but you're all able to shine a light through the darkness, so to speak, with the bond that the group shares. I was wondering what inspires both of you to stay optimistic during difficult times.
Wow. That's a great question. I think, especially today, it's really easy to feel helpless and overwhelmed and really like there's nothing that you can do and kind of the weight of the world on your shoulders. And I think what helps me whenever I'm kind of stuck in that cycle is just kind of switching off the phone for a second and just like being with my people and being present with, my family and my friends and my loved ones and doing things that kind of ground me and center me. Because that's a very dangerous cycle because then you just kind of are also not taking care of yourself because you don't, you feel like there's no, yeah, it just gets very dangerous and very dark very quickly. And I think community is the most important thing to me and definitely helps and has saved me from that a lot of times. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
ditto to ditto to all of it. Like it's friends and chosen family for me as well. Like I get really wrapped into current events and like make a point of like keeping myself really invested. But because of how shit everything's been, it really takes a toll. I think whether like but kind of before we realize it because of how much access we have to information. Um, And like you said, like taking a second to disconnect and be with people that you can feel vulnerable with and that can make you laugh and that you can laugh with
Mhm.
is kind of the only thing that'll really kind of reset me back to a place where I feel like I can be productive and move forward rather than just kind of like spiral and sit in it.
Exactly. Instead of everything that you can't do. And
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and I love that you said chosen family because that really is the core of this film.
Mhm.
Um, just being thrust into this group because of a common aspect, which is like all their parents working for this organization. But then it's something beautiful comes out of it to the point that they're willing to rob these people for the sake of helping
Mhm.
their friend just to make sure that they come back. And there's just something so natural and wholesome and genuine about that that I really enjoyed watching you guys explore.
Yeah. There, I said earlier, I feel like it kind of scratches an itch when that thing that we all say of like of certain friends of like I would do anything for this friend.
Hmm.
Like I would really do it. But then you're like, well, I probably wouldn't like rob a bank or do a heist or something like that. Like that's too much. But this at least like watching this in a movie is at least, I don't know, scratching something of like, yeah, I would do
It's that wish
that.
fulfillment.
Like, that's what I would do for my friends.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But also, Blue, nothing makes me happier than hearing Spanish in movies as a Puerto Rican born and raised in the island. How do details like this inspire you as a Latinx actor to bring your culture to the screen?
I was really happy that you asked this and to talk about it because that made me really happy as well to do it. And like they let me kind of just go, and I wanted to because I had the opportunity, and especially because Jesse's story is going back to live with more family, to live around cousins, and so Michael, who was our director, was amazing and really encouraged improvisation where we could, and so he kind of just let me go, and so I was like, I'm going to, and I used some of my actual cousins' names, and just for a fun inside tidbit for me and my cousins. Um, but that's what felt the most real, and it
Yeah,
felt
no, that phone call was accurate.
it felt really like I don't know that I haven't gotten to do that in a project yet. I haven't really gotten to, I mean, I haven't gotten to speak Spanish in a project. I haven't gotten to do any of that, and it was a lot more fulfilling than I like anticipated, and I don't know, made it feel really close to home and nice, and I hope that people can identify with it. And yeah.
Yeah, it kind of makes your heart glow a little. You just feel like
Yeah.
warm.
Yeah.
And then for Whitney, I absolutely loved you tackling action sequences in this movie. You were part of a couple significant ones. And as an actor, like watching your filmography as it started and where it's going, especially, could you walk us through what a typical day on set was like for you?
Oh, wow. Good question. Oh my God. Let's go back to when was this, April?
Let's go back to the beginning.
Yeah, would have
Okay.
been.
No, a typical day on set. I think just wake up, water, coffee. Um, I'd go get hair and makeup done, have some breakfast, get changed, then go to set or wait in my trailer until I was ready to go to set. And then I would shoot for a little bit. I'd kick it with these guys. And yeah, I don't know. Days on set start to kind of all mesh into one because unless you're like shooting, you're just kind of spending the same like time with all the same people all the time. So it was just kind of all just one. It was pretty repetitive, honestly, but a lot of fun was had, and I wish I had more interesting details to give you, but the fight sequences in the scene and like those scenes were really fun. I loved dancing on top of a van with money and like throwing it around. I really loved getting to kick a little bit of butt. I don't know if I can say ass on here. Really love to get, wow. What else did I do in that movie? Um, yeah, I don't know. It just, yeah, I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun, and I wish I got to do more action stuff.
Were there any challenges either of you faced that um tackling this project that you think you'll take onto future projects that you go on to?
Yeah. Uh, I think just loosening the reins a little bit. I think like it's okay to just try things and fail, and sometimes things stick and not all the time they do, and that's okay. And just giving yourself the permission to do so. I think Michael talked to me about that quite a bit, and I think it definitely helped and has every job I've done since then, that and him like almost like forcing me to get outside of my process and my like script has really affected like how I've approached different roles and even auditions and stuff after that. So I'm, yeah, really grateful for that. Shout out Michael Dowse.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Um, I think like the I mean the most challenging thing for me for this film was I'm not in a lot of it, and the bits that I am in, the majority of them were very emotionally demanding and in very quick time frames.
Mhm.
So that was different, especially coming from this is the first feature I've done, but coming from television where there's time to grow with the character and kind of get to a place where you can get in there quicker. Versus this was just like coming in, get in, have a complete breakdown in 2 seconds, and then, be done. And like that was rough. And so I think it forced me to kind of make a new process for that, like a different sort of preparation for those kinds of days that
You're
will
totally
be,
right. I had never
yeah.
thought about that. Yeah, you're totally right. Sometimes it really doesn't feel like you have the space or the time at all to.
No, fully. This was like, it was so bizarre of like, usually I feel pretty grounded, but this was really like, hey, so you're gonna come in day one and want to die, like basically like be going through the worst possible thing immediately before you do anything else. And it was like, okay, well, that's a lot, but it really forced me to like come up with some new stuff and reevaluate the way that I was prepping and try a bunch of different things to prep. And that'll be hopefully useful in the future.
Well, I also just, I don't know, I just want to say for next time, if that happens or if you're ever in that situation again, I feel like it's worth asking for a bit of time to just
Yeah,
kind of.
yeah. And it and I will like say that I was happy that like I could feel that like Michael felt it and like knew where I was at, and so he kind of knew exactly what to say to me. And it was never like a like you got to get there. It was like I know where you are and we're gonna get there kind of thing. Like he was in it with me and you all were in it with me, so it felt easier. But yeah, that like first take of one of those was like, "Oh God, what?
Take is always, oh,
Yikes."
yeah. It's like suddenly, am I in the right profession? I don't know.
No, and watching it back, it also, you see it and then everything that Jesse goes through, and then you go back to the beginning and your character is the most positive one that's like, it's gonna be okay. It's just our parents are always get out of it. So then like having that in mind, it's like,
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a little heartbreaking. And that was like one of the last scenes I filmed. We
and
love movies. We love
we really
movies.
do. And I'm glad you got this opportunity to be on a film set. And I actually, this is my last question, but I wanted to know what's something you both hope people take from this movie.
Um, I think even if it feels like nobody will be able to understand what you're going through or what's going on in your head or in your heart, I think it's always worth taking that risk and just giving people a chance to at least try and maybe to listen. Because I mean, you never know. They might just be robbing trap houses for you, you know? You just kind of you got to kind of get over that fear of, being misunderstood and just try to give people a chance to understand.
I think a couple things like does not matter what age you are, if you are young and not yet an adult, if something in your life is not working for you, that you are capable, you can take it into your own hands, whether that is going to different adults, going to friends, doing stuff yourself, like that's possible. Don't do anything insane, but that's a thing. And then also on the flip side of that, like communicate with the people around you, because that could have probably prevented all of this from happening. Um,
It's the
so
thought that counts.
yeah. Yeah.